Hello friends, welcome to the new video. In the previous video, we had seen how to convert a part file into STL file with the help of modeling software. Now the next step towards 3D printing is slicing. Slicing means we are going to convert the STL file into number of cross-sectional layers. Slicing is done with the help of slicing softwares. There are many slicing softwares available, namely FlashPrint, Cura, Octaprint, Prusa Slicer, etc. Now slicing involves number of parameters to be considered. They are support structures, layer height, fill density, shell and temperature. So we are going to learn in detail about these parameters with the help of FlashPrint software. Now let us slice the STL file which we had converted with the help of FlashPrint software.
FlashPrint is a software provided for slicing the STL files for FlashForge 3D printers. There are many FlashForge 3D printers available. They are Adventures, Creators, Dreamers, Finder, Guider, Inventors series, etc. So our 3D printer here is FlashForge Finder. Now let us import the STL file. So this is the STL file 3D model which we had created. So now I'll tell you the basic parameters which are there for slicing. So firstly, we have to select the proper orientation of the particular model so that there are less or no amount of support structures are required for printing. Okay. So first, the option here is view. So this option is used to see the object with the respective views. And next option is move. This option is used to move the STL file within the confined space. So as you can see, if it moves away outside this confined box, so it will show in red direction. That means it has to be within this particular confined space for 3D printing. For FlashForge Finder 3D printer, the maximum capacity for building a model is of 140 mm cube. So that is 140 mm in X, 140 mm in Y and 140 mm in Z. This is the maximum size of the component which we can print with FlashForge Finder. Okay, so I'll just set it to 0. So you can just click on center and on platform. So when the model is on the platform, it will be highlighted with blue color here. So you have to make sure that the model is on the platform exactly in here. Okay, so now the next option is rotate. This option is used to orient my component in the respective orientation. So let us see if I click on 90 degree here. So I can just print it in this particular direction as well. So but as you can see, it is not touching the surface. So it is above the surface. So to bring it back onto the surface, I'll go to move and click on platform. So now it is on the center. So the next option here is scale. Scale option is used to increase or decrease the sizes of the component in all the directions. Here, if let us say if I want to decrease the size scale of this particular component, just give it a 60%. As you can see, it has been decreased in all the particular directions in X, Y and then Z. So now let us print this component. So as it has been oriented in this particular direction, no support structures are required. You can just print this component as it is. Okay, you can just click on print. So here you can see the mission type is FlashForge Finder. The material here is PLA. Support structures are enabled, and the basic parameters for 3D printing here are layer height, fill density, speed, temperature and shell. Okay, so first layer height. This determines the thickness of the layer. The value here entered determines the thickness of the layer. The maximum layer height we could give is 0.4 because the nozzle diameter in the 3D printer is only 0.4. If we give the value more than 0.4, it will only take 0.4. So now let us give 0.2. Okay. First layer height. So while printing the 3D printer, the first layer is being printed with 0.3 mm thickness. So you can just give it to maximum value as well, but it has to be greater than the layer heights. Shell. This parameter determines the outer periphery or the perimeter of the component to be covered with how many layers. So by default it has been set to 3. And top solid layers and bottom solid layers. You can just give a particular value for having the number of layers for obtaining it in solid. in the outermost regions. Okay, so this parameter determines the strength of the component. Next is infill. This parameter infill determines the amount of material or the percentage of material to be inside the printed component. If you want the component to be hollow, you can just give it in particular numbers. If you want it to be in completely solid, you can give it as 100% fill density. Okay, you can select the particular fill patterns as you wish. So let us select hexagon. So here the fill patterns are combined for every 2 layers. Speed. So print speed determines the speed of the nozzle when the extrusion of the material is taking place, that is when the material is coming out of the nozzle. Travel speed determines the speed of the nozzle when there is no extrusion of the material. Okay, we'll keep it in the default values. Next is temperature. This parameter we have to give for different materials. It will be different. So like for PLA material, the temperature required for melting is 220 degrees centigrade. So that is why we have specified for 220 degrees centigrade. And now these parameters have been set, basic parameters has been set. Now we can just print it. Okay, we'll click on OK and then save. So here you can see it has been there are 150 layers produced for printing this component, and the amount of material is 4.83 meters and the print time is 46 minutes. So here you can just see the layers, 150 layers. As I move the slider, so that is the fill patterns, fill density, the hexagonal way. So this is the shell parameter where 2 layers are used for forming the perimeter, and this is the first layer. So this is how the component is being built, one layer atop another. So this is the estimated material and this is the estimated time. Here you can see the weight estimation. The filament is 4.83 meters. The material here is PLA, the material density, and the estimated material is 14.42 grams. So this is the amount of material required for printing this particular component for this required parameters. So slice parameters are layer height 0.2, perimeter shells 2, fill density 15%, fill pattern, hexagon, print speed, travel speed, and extruder. So these are the basic parameters which we have given. For this particular parameter, the consumption of material and the amount of time is displayed here. That is, the estimated material is 4.83 meters and the print time is 46 minutes. So guys, this is how you basically slice the simple geometrical components or the STL files using the slicing software.
So guys, stay tuned with us. In the next video, we are going to show you how this sliced file is going to get converted into 3D printed model with the help of a 3D printer. Thank you for watching the video. If you are new to this video, please watch our previous videos whose links are given in the description below. Comment us down below your suggestions regarding the content in the video, and also like, share, support, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep supporting.